Hey guys, it's Sean Z90. I wanted to make a video about something that I read on a social media network. It was something that my friend posted. And it was about the president now in the United States wanting to basically legalize discrimination against LGBTQI against the community due to religious beliefs, like based on religious beliefs. I don't think that should be happening, okay? So, like, I didn't read the thing that my friend posted. I read just the idea of it bothered me so much that I didn't want to read into it. You know, I didn't want to read the rest of it because I didn't want to be feeling any worse than I already do. You know what I mean? So let me read to you what I posted about it, because it bothered me so much that I just wanted to post something to do with it. Okay, so let me find it here. Fortunately, the state that I live in is the most LGBTQI friendly at this point, at least when it comes to state governments, because Cuomo won't let this stuff happen. Everybody's worried about the LGBTQI community, and everything it's accomplished so far is going to implode. I'm sorry, but I don't have that belief. As for discrimination against the LGBTQI community, there already is discrimination everywhere. It may not be allowed to be voiced at this point, but look at southern states discriminating against trans men and women, not letting them have name changes and gender marker changes on paperwork, and even going as low as to IDing them to use the bathroom, and having them, like, for example, if I was in a southern state, right, and I had to go use the bathroom in public, okay, I would have to bring, in a lot of these states, I would have to bring my original birth certificate, which happens to say female on it, okay, and I'm thinking my ID now, okay, and if they didn't line up, like if they didn't match, I wouldn't be able to use that bathroom in some states. I wouldn't be able to use the men's bathroom in some states because it didn't line up with the gender I was born as. That shouldn't be happening. That's my first thing against that, okay? So let's see here. This country took years to get where it is with its understanding the LGBTQI community, and the LGBTQI community has allies. Sure, our president is president. Sure, there's going to be hatred and discrimination, but we got to make sure that one person doesn't change everything we've worked for. There's always going to be ignorance and misunderstanding of any issues, and bigotry and stigmas regarding any issue that's outside the little box that society tries to fit us in. But we are also stronger than that hatred and of those heartless and of the heartlessness and of those types of people. And we have lots of love to give, and believe it or not, we also have the power to win this battle. Not overnight, but we can win. See, that's what people aren't looking at right now. You know what I mean? They're not looking at the fact that we can win this. It may not be overnight like all of us want it to be, okay? Like many of us want it to be. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. But for example, look at Martin Luther King Jr., okay? Look at the civil rights movement. Look at, you know, he brought it up so that, like, people weren't, you know, people of different races weren't having to sit on the back of the bus while white people sat in the front, right? He was boycotting. Him and a bunch of people got together and boycotted this stuff. And look at how much it's changed the United States. Okay, and it's still changed today. Sure, there's still racial discrimination. Sure, there's still racial segregation, or not segregation, but discrimination and racism and stuff like that. But it's just so, it makes me angry, right? And that one guy changed all of that. Like, sure, he had help and stuff like that. I understand that. But it's just the idea that it changed so much from him, and we're sitting around on our buns, okay, while all this stuff is happening, while they're trying to pass these laws to make it so that we can't have SRS surgeries covered under medical insurance anymore. They're trying to make that so that doesn't happen anymore because of this new president. Okay, and it started happening before that, but it's mostly because of him. Okay, luckily I live in the state of New York. Okay, Governor Cuomo will not let that type of stuff happen. Okay, because I was worried about it, and I was talking to my friend about it. I guess I'll call him my friend, and I said, I'm worried about this because my medical insurance, my personal medical insurance, just started covering the medical necessity of gender reassignment surgery, right? It just started covering it. I mean, I got some good news the other day, and I'm going to share this right now before I go on my rant, okay? I got news that my personal medical insurance covers 100% of gender reassignment surgeries and top surgeries. Okay? That was a huge thing for me because I've been waiting for that to happen. I never knew it was going to, but it happened. And now they're trying to make it so that that stuff gets taken away again. So that it's a cosmetic surgery and not a medically necessary surgery. Like, that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be allowed to happen. Okay? It really shouldn't. And my friend said, look, Sean, he said, that's not going to happen in New York because Cuomo won't stand for it. And just the fact that everybody's worried about this and everything, but we have allies, lesbians, bisexuals, transgenders, gay people, intersex people, queer and questioning people. We all have allies. The whole umbrella and everything that fits in the umbrella and everything that fits in the transgender umbrella, whether it's gender queer or gender fluid or gender non-conforming, all of those have allies. We all have allies. Why don't we use them? And I'm sorry I'm making the computer shake a bunch, but why don't we use those allies? Okay? Why don't we change this instead of letting it change us? Because if we don't do something about it, yeah, we're going to implode. But I would like to think that we could do something about it. And we can. We're stronger than that one person. Okay? There's millions of us just in the United States. Millions of people of the LGBT community, of the trans umbrella community, of everything. There's millions. We can do something about this, and we can stop this crap from happening. Can't we? Like, it bothers me so much. All the work that people before us have been doing to make the United States a better place and a safer place for us to live, safe spaces, stuff like that. We have the power to do something to make sure our community does not implode. Okay? We can change this. We can change this for generations to come, because like I said in my post, look at how much the United States has changed with this understanding. Sure, there's people that don't want to understand. Sure, there's people that have religious beliefs that go against what we are doing and what we feel. But isn't that with everything else? Because there's stigmas against people with mental illness. There's stigmas against people with addiction issues. There's stigmas against people that are different from other people. Whether it be, disabilities, or just looking different, or, weight, or height, or the way they dress, or whatever. Everybody's being discriminated against. But we can change that. We can. It has been. So why digress instead of progress? Why not keep changing it? Why not let nothing get in our way and keep changing for the better? I don't know. It's just something that, that had been... It's pretty much been bothering me. Okay? All this stuff that's going on, all this nonsense about the, the political stuff that's going on, and, like, everybody being so afraid that the whole country is going to implode. It won't if we stop it. It's just, it's sad. It's really sad that everybody's so scared because of one person. But, alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can hit the like button. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button, but please don't. Just kidding. But I hope you guys understood what I'm trying to say today, and I hope that, this changes. And I will talk to you later. Alright, bye.